Hello, so we're out here at the TVS testing facility in Hosur, the plant actually, and they have a test track out here as well, to check out the latest EV offering in the form of the Orbiter. Now, as you may already know, TVS already have a scooter with multiple variations in different battery capacities in this space already in the form of the TVS iQube. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what's so special about this one, what sets it apart, does it manage to do anything better, what this one is all about. So let's get right to it.
To me, design-wise, the Orbiter comes across as an oddball of sorts. Its 14-inch front and the 12-inch rear wheel setup makes it a very disproportionate proposition to look at. I thought the fly screen looked quite hideous at the launch event, at least in the photos, but I must admit it looks a little better now after seeing it in the flesh. And while its overall boxy design with the LED headlamp and even those LED light bands at the fore and aft doesn't exactly scream light speed, with the amount of seating room and legroom on offer here, it whispers bulk carrier instead. And this one here, with its drum brake up front, well, this is the only variant of the Orbiter being on offer as of now. So you don't have any disc brake option at either end, but you do get a combined braking system and obviously no ABS. The overall fit and finish is very neat and tidy, like any modern day TVS two-wheeler, but I found the reverse LCD display to be a little too tacky for my liking. So it's safe to say that the Orbiter won't have my vote if it enters any beauty pageants anytime soon. But there's a little more to this one than just its looks. Unlike its stablemate the iQube, this one is all about simplicity, range, comfort and convenience.
Now, as far as the battery pack is concerned, you just have one option currently. With the Orbiter, you have a 3.1 kilowatt hour fixed battery pack that is located right here in this area. And when it comes to charging times and the charger, well, you have a fairly compact looking 650 watt charger, and the company say that it will charge the scooter from 0 to 80% SOC in around 4 hours 10 minutes. So that's not too bad. And as far as range is concerned, well, the company claimed that at least in IDC standards, you will get a range of around 158 kilometers to a complete SOC, which is quite nice as well. Now when it comes to the screen, you have a 5.5 inch relatively simple looking 5.5 inch reverse LCD screen. There are some colors in there as well, but a decent amount of readout in terms of battery or SOC. You have time, you have trips, you have your odo, and also you do get hill hold assist, which is quite nifty on a scooter like this, because yes, when you're in the city, you stop at an incline or a decline, the scooter will help you out right there when you come to a halt. You have to keep the brake levers pressed for around 1.5 seconds, after which you will see a small indication on the dash which tells you that the hill hold assist is actually active. Even to get going again, you simply have to throttle out and you're on your way. And in terms of riding aids and assists, you do have park assist. You can use the motor to actually reverse the scooter, and you do get this button over here. Well, that indicates that it does have cruise control as well. Now coming to the switch gear, it does feel slightly on the flimsier side of things. Yeah, you do have two ride modes on there as well, Eco and City. Basically, Eco mode, it limits your speed. I didn't really find a lot of difference in power delivery, to be honest. You are limited to a speed of around 40 and indicated 45 kilometers per hour in Eco. And yeah, you can achieve the top speed in City mode, which takes you to around an indicated 68 kilometers on that digital LCD. Not really premium feeling. It does have the aspect of an entry-level kind of electric scooter. The handlebar is quite wide. The seat is very flat, so taller riders won't really have a problem. You have a generous amount of area in the foot bay area as well. If you fancy carrying some parcels along between your feet, well, that shouldn't really be an issue. If you're on the taller side, shouldn't be a real issue on the scooter. But better still is the underseat storage area, because you can in fact fit in two half-face helmets into the 34-liter boot. So that is really neat. So you don't have to really lug your helmets about if you live in a city like Bangalore, where it is mandatory for the pillion rider to wear a helmet. Well, this is a very neat feature. You don't have to lug about your helmets wherever you go. I know it's called the Orbiter, and According to me, the main USP of the scooter has to be space. Where this one delivers in spades is in terms of comfort and practicality. Now, I didn't think it possible, but yes, this one is definitely a lot more comfortable than something like the TVS iQube with the suspension and the way the wheels and everything is configured. Braking, not so much so. I mean, it could have done with a disc brake up front, which would have given it a little more bite, and I think, yeah, you would be able to calibrate the cruise control a lot better with a disc brake, because I did feel with the cruise control enabled, it does enable once you cross a speed of around 20 kilometers per hour. I did stab the brake ever so slightly, but cruise control just still kept going, so that was a bit scary.
As its boxy shape would pretty much dictate, the Orbiter was never going to be the sort to hit warp speed in the blink of an eye. It's all about being calm, collected, and inevitably getting you across to where you need to be. And by that, I'm implying that this one has a stronger emphasis on range. And although we didn't run it as efficiently as we could have to test that around, well, its smooth, calm, and collected demeanor gave me the impression that ideally you should get around 120 kilometers to a complete charge, in eco, of course. And that too if you are never in any real rush, which is reasonably acceptable. Although I should admit that I did get the feeling that if I were astride this TVS electric out in the real world and had to execute a brisk overtaking maneuver past some slow moving traffic, I'd have to plan it out well in advance and even exercise caution during doing so. Even braking on the scooter deserves a little more thought than it ideally should, on account of the scooter's light weight, the drum brakes on there, and that soft suspension setup.
It does get up to a speed of around 40 to 50 kilometers per hour in a decent pace, but beyond that, if you're looking to ride a little faster, it will leave you feeling a little shortchanged. So if you're comfortable traveling at a decent pace, and comfort and practicality and space is something that you're looking for with your EV, this one makes a lot of sense. Suspension wise, at least, the Orbiter is set up to be quite the comfy one, because although it has a 14-inch wheel up front, 12-inch at the rear, the suspension is on the softer side of things. And when you're on the go, as we found out here, they had made some arrangements for like speed breakers and some traffic simulation kind of scenarios out here for us to test as well, slaloms as well. And I did find it to be quite nice. There are a couple of speed breakers here. It was nice and soft, as you can see, very absorbent on the go. And yeah, it is a very comfortable scooter to ride. And out on the road, well, that has to be tested as well. But yeah, as it stands right now with the current simulation that we went through earlier today, it does feel like a very nice, comfortable scooter to ride. The ability to be agile with the scooter, which is quite unique, because for a 14-inch wheel up front, 12 at the rear, the setup, you'd think that you would have to really muscle it about to change direction, but it really isn't so, because it is quite a relaxed, comfortable scooter at the end of it, and that's what it was positioned to be, and that's what is really unique about it. It might not have the amount of features or be as tech-laden as something as the iQube, but yeah, in terms of comfort, space, practicality, it offers a little more than what the iQube has to offer. Now, for a scooter named the Orbiter, ironically, the USP of the scooter, as I see it, is comfort and space. It offers them in spades, to be honest. It is the more comfortable scooter than something like the TVS iQube, and of course, with this large seat area and the underseat storage space that it can accommodate, two half-face helmets, the amount of footroom you have on there, it is very nice and convenient and well thought of.
As soon as you set off, you'll notice how smooth and silent the scooter is. And I mean, it's exceptionally silent, even on the go, because you see, even the low resistance Eurogrip tires on there have been specifically designed for the scooter. But you see, there's a downside to this bit as well. And that's because the scooter is not always silent when you want it to be.
The only thing that is annoying, according to me, was the fact that, yeah, you do get audio cues for whatever you do. I mean, okay, fine. You start the scooter, you have an audible cue telling you that you've done so. TVS tell us that it is a safety feature that they have implemented into the scooter to help you identify that you have actually entered these modes. But yeah, suppose you didn't want to use that, you don't have the option of turning it off, unfortunately.
Like I mentioned before, unlike its stablemate the iQube, simplicity, range, comfort, and convenience. But seeing as you can get a more sophisticated looking and better performing scooter in the form of the iQube instead of the Orbiter, whose USP ironically is, well, generous space, leaves me a bit confused on the pricing and therefore the positioning of this new model.
Now the scooter doesn't emphasize performance so much so, and you have a 14-inch wheel up front with drum brake that actually emphasizes that point. So yeah, if you're looking to have an EV that exudes a lot of performance, looks, features, well, you could swing in the way of the iQube. But if you wanted a scooter that is, well, bare necessities of what an EV should give you in terms of range, in terms of space, in terms of comfort, in terms of practicality, this is the better option that you should choose.